'Cause I'm just a nobody, trying to tell everybody all about somebody who saved my soul. Ever since you rescued me, you gave my heart a song to sing. I'm living for the world to see, nobody but Jesus.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for logging on and watching the Legacy Continues podcast. I am Melinda McGahee, and we have Misty Gomel here joining us today. We're super excited that she's decided to join us. And I'll tell you that the reason that I invited her, here we are right before Thanksgiving. And as many of you know, our grads know, that at the end of October, we had our alumni event. And at our alumni event, it was The Legacy Continues. That's my passion this year as we honor my mom's life and what she started, that the legacy continues, but it's not just hers, but it's, Jesus calls us to go and make disciples and go and share what he has done. And so with that mentality at the alumni event, we actually concentrated on the Isaiah verse where the Lord atones, and as he atones, then he says, "Who will go on my behalf?" And then it was count me in. Who will go on and do what I've called you to do? Who can I count on? And so I loved at our legacy event that there was so many that said, "Count me in," and I'm getting texts a couple a week that says, "Hey, count me in." I had a few girls who actually brought, a few graduates who brought people that were desperate to the program. And at the end of that text, they would just say, "Count me in." And I just love that determination. The Bible does that. The Word does that. Yes. Does it not? Yes. So as we talk about that and we celebrate that and we give God glory for it, here we have I'm going to ask Misty to share a little bit what's gotten us to this place here together today. But I know that ultimately it's the Lord's how he atones us, how he forgives us, how he wipes the slate clean, and then he cries, then he asks, and who will go, and we're going to talk a little bit about that, but let's talk about the atonement part for you, okay? Tell me about that. Yeah, well, tell me a little bit about your story. What got you here?
So I began in 2021. I got an arrest, and I had no interest in any kind of faith-based program. I had just tried everything else. And I know today it was just a stripping to get me to this point. But I came here, and I remember sitting out on the stairs, and I guess I can say this because this is grads. I drank 3 beers on the stairs.
I will tell you, you're not the first person to, you were not the first person who I threw my dope in the bush over there, and I'm like, oh God.
But
yeah.
I mean, I got to that third one, and I was like, I'm going to go see what this is about. And I'll never forget, I trunked it in the bushes, sorry. And I just remember pulling my pants up and coming up the stairs, and I was met by Brenda Bush.
Okay.
And what an amazing, wow. I came through the door, and she had a bag of Kit Kats and just was loving all, and you know how Pepe Le Pew is like,
yes. No, and I love how the Lord puts in. It's so funny how everybody's got a different person that met them, or that made that impact, and then sometimes the more reserved who doesn't need that bam impact. It was like, okay, I met this person, 2 weeks after I got back, and they made that impact. But you being met with Brenda Bush, which y'all's her aggression, you needed a Brenda Bush at the time. And that's
God knew.
Yeah, does he not?
Yes.
All right. Anyway,
yeah. He invited me.
Okay.
But anyway, and I came in, and she had this bag of Kit Kats and this big gregarious, just loving. And I was super tired, and she just let me rest. And so anyway, I came in, stayed here about a month, and I'll never forget it. I was downstairs, and I'm trying to get to where I came to Christ for you. I was downstairs, and I was in worship, and I'll never forget this. I was here about 30 days, and I was really, I met Pastor Leslie, and he's got his hat turned back, and he's not the preacher I'd ever seen in my life, and I didn't know it at the time, but it was Holy Spirit. I was encountering Holy Spirit, and I was hungering for the Word, And I was worshiping downstairs, and Andy Brown came and got me. She was my house mom. And she said, Melinda needs to see you upstairs. And I was like,
I don't remember this, but I don't know where we're going.
You know, and I didn't even know you yet. I knew it wasn't good to go to your office. So anyway, I went upstairs, and there were 2 police officers with you, and I'll never forget your face. I don't want to cry, because you may not remember it. But I do. And I remember you telling me I'm sorry. And it was necessary. The consequence was so necessary. Let me tell you why. When I got to jail, I grabbed my Bible for the first time in my life. And I remember there was a specific verse. Sorry, guys, I walk the verses. I don't know them where they are in the Bible sometimes, but this was Isaiah. It was, I believe it was arise. And I stuck it in my bunk, and the Lovelady had already gotten in my blood, you know. So they sent a little church that is called Hardin's One Stop Church. You may know them.
Absolutely.
And they had a little bitty jail ministry. They came in, and I was struck. I was in love. And they said, we have an opportunity this week to do wet baptisms for the first time. And I knew. And I just stuck my hand up. I said, I'm there. And I looked behind me, and women just started sticking their hands up. So I know God used me there in my desperation for other people that I eventually saw come to the Lovelady Center, which is just a whole nother show. But anyway, I remember getting baptized.
So you'd say you were, I can see now how the Lord introduced you, like it was a journey. You encountered him here, and you surrendered to him there.
Yeah.
And then that's, then, you know, I think that's pretty special, pretty dynamic.
And I was talking to somebody in the hallway. I want to throw this in there for anybody that's listening. Sometimes you go and you get a seed planted, and it's a strong seed, but sometimes there's a valley, and you have to go back out. I'm not recommending this, but my journey was, I got a strong seed here, but I had to go finish fleshing, Fleshin, fleshing, and I'm glad, but it came full circle. So I just, it started here. Everything started here that got watered.
And I saw that, and I could see the journey as you walked it out. I could see, and you could see that as you were fleshing.
Yes, ma'am.
And then as the Lord was like, okay, you know, you and I love that. As the Lord delivers, and as He redeems, as where I'll say as He redeems and delivers, and sometimes the deliverance comes at different times for different things, and I've seen that journey with you, and it's been beautiful. So, so I know that you, through that journey, it was a couple of years.
Yeah.
You I think
did a wagon circle to the foundry.
Yeah.
And then I wagon circled back here, and all the in-betweens. And I know everybody we kind of all have that similar. There's so many stories in it. There's so many encounters in it. There's so many. But I just, my main thing to answer your question is it started here, and it came full circle here. So,
that part is, it's all beautiful, no matter where it happens. That God is omnipresent. And He's doing a work when when He knows your name.
Yeah.
And you can run from it. You can run, but you can't hide.
He's gonna take it. It's gonna get you. Yeah.
How long were you in addiction?
22 years.
22 years.
Yeah. So it went from alcohol, and I was a high performing alcoholic.
Okay.
So I could hide it for a long time, and I think that's detrimental for a lot of people, and so I began to have legal consequences. Then I had marital consequences. Then I had custodial consequences. All the things that chip down until you have you're facing Tutwiler, and homelessness. All of that, I experienced all of that. I lived downtown with a taser and a bag of bologna under a bank.
Okay.
And I went from a $650.
Thank God for bologna.
Yeah, and I needed it, and then the taser.
Yeah.
did this all the time. I mean, literally, and I would go through programs and I would think, why are people getting it? And I'm not getting it. But it's such a time as this. It really is. I know God was taking me through all of that to make connections that are now so valuable to me. The connections that I made, I'm able to allow Him to turn around and use me now to connect ministries, to connect other people. It's so cool to watch because that's really what He was doing.
Yeah.
Everything is for a reason, and it's so cool because he'll shine you up.
Oh, He definitely does do that. He definitely does do that. And I know for me, I tell people all the time, we could have gotten to this place without all of that, but thank God that He uses all of that.
Oh, yeah.
And that's my, because I give, I feel like I could have walked into full-time ministry without
all the hurt,
making myself turning myself into a convicted felon.
Sure.
But thank God that He could take that conviction and turn it into, and then
how would you have related? I'm not saying you wouldn't have related with us.
Right. Well,
but as your ankle bracelet helped you to make the
it taught me how to. It broke down it turned pride, and it allowed me to get rid of the pride.
Amen.
And like, okay, but then it turned into shame, and then I had to. God delivered me.
Yeah.
From both.
Yeah, me too.
So, and that part was absolutely beautiful, and I'm so grateful how the Lord can just, He delivers when we try to do it ourselves. He can turn it into something ugly. But when He does it, it turns it into freedom. And I've seen Him do it with you. Now, so since, graduating and our program and I've seen such a fire and zeal in you. And when we talk about, count me in, I feel like you heard the Lord once He was, you're good. Ronnie can fix it.
I usually pray right there. Sorry, Ronnie. Father.
So I saw that, like we talked about, how the Lord atones and restores,
yes.
and once He does that, and then He says, okay, now, I'm calling you to something, and I've seen you are like, okay, God, like I don't even, you're like, you just send me anywhere, I'll go anywhere. You've definitely been one that I can hear you, Isaiah, count me in, I'll go, send me, and I've seen you do that, and as we get into Thanksgiving, and when we're entering that Thanksgiving season, I know that you came to me and you were like, Melinda, I want to, and I've seen you do quite a few things, and I want us to talk about that because our plea today, our cry today together is any grad that is not that hasn't stepped into that count me in status, like count me in, like they might want to say count me in, but they don't know where to go or how to be directed. And I've seen you just gravitate to different opportunities. I know you're teaching a class here. I know that you are teaching several recovery type of
so
groups.
You want me to?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
And it started in intake. Y'all recognized something in me, and Christ recognized something in me in here. So your job assignment matters if you're listening. But that fire began when I was working in your intake department here, because there was something about calling a jail and freeing a bird. There was something about it, and getting somebody here, and then seeing their face, and then mentoring. I didn't know that's what I was doing then. But God was grooming me for a mentorship type thing there, and it was amazing. So today, and I want to
tell you, there's so many grads. I'd say so many grads who say, I want to make a difference. I want to help. I want to help ladies. I want to help women. And sometimes it's so hard because, like, when you think about Lovelady and like, I can't do all that, but you don't have to do all that. You start with one person. You start with where you're at and
what's in your hand.
Yeah. Yeah, and what's right there in your path. And I've seen you do that, which is why, and then when you mentioned some of the Thanksgiving opportunity, I was like, well, we need to get on and do this together before Thanksgiving.
Yes, and my cry today is, and it's in my heart, it's burning in my heart, it has been for a long time, is that, everybody says, I want to do this, I want to give back, I want to volunteer. Well, we want to make an opportunity possible, not just for the grads. So kind of the vision is this. You're a grad, you want to give back, you want to come and do something I think living a lifestyle of Christ is what really frees us. And getting in community and being a lifestyler is kind of what this Live It Out is about.
Okay.
So it's more along the lines of, yes, we're going to have t-shirts. Yes, we're going to, but we want to show up and show out. And meaning not loud. Show up and give all you can to worship. Show up and grab hands and pray if you know how to pray and you've graduated. Stand at the altar. Serve. Clean up. Wash dishes. Not because you need a credit. You're getting a credit.
Right.
It's
Right.
because you're living this out. And and what I think it'll gift us all with is those that want to do it. The newer women that come in. It gives you something to say, okay, I can do that too. Because that's what helped me. It's not that I saw the person that was, because you have an amazing staff. But I'm not going to name names. But, you have people that have built this amazing relationship with Christ. It's beautiful. But how do I do that if I'm in phase 1? Maybe you should see somebody that just moved out in a t-shirt that is walking this out, is connecting in community. We do Recovery Church. I serve as their servant leader at Short Creek. And we have a thriving women's group. It's cool.
That's beautiful.
It's cool.
Well, I think it takes us all.
Yeah.
I think phase 1 can be encouraged by phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, phase 5.
Yes.
And the grads. And I think then you see them coming back. We are hoping to, Father William has came up with this, he called it agape groups.
Oh, cool.
Where everyone belongs to a small group within the facility. And all phase 1 through grads are in each small group, so they're all mentoring each other. Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so that's something that I hope to get implemented. I've shared a lot of it with Candace, and we together are trying to figure out, okay, how do we get 500 plus other grads into
teamed up
all small groups in this. Anyway, it's very there's strategy, but we're doing it. But so talking about Live It Out, and so you're doing this Live It Out, and you are trying to gather together.
I want the fire up of the fire.
Yeah, the lovely. You're trying to get some grads. Yeah. And say, okay, let's go serve. Let's serve at Lovelady. Let's go serve in different places. And so let's show up as Lovelady. Let's show up.
Let's give the culture. Let's bring the culture. Yeah, there's nothing like Lovelady worship. I've actually, I gotta tell you. So, I invited Holy Fire to serve as some worship songs within our church. When you bring Lovelady, and we know this, but for those people that may watch this, I know it is for grads, but there's an essence. I don't know the word for it, but there's something about a Lovelady. And when we go in a team, there's something about switching the atmosphere.
To me, it's the one of the Holy Spirit that takes, because there's real when you've been desperate for the Lord, and that He has met you at that place, and you've been able to humble yourself. And it is so much easier when you have a bunch of messed up people who are not scared to say, yes, I'm messed up and I need you, Jesus. I need you, Lord. And in so many settings, there's a tendency of a barrier of, I can't really say I'm messed up. Yeah. But here, it's easy to say, okay, I messed up, because we all are at this desperate place together. And then Lord, and then I know, because, I've said it and I'll say it. Me and Mom never knew what we were doing, but God did. Yeah. And he did it. Yeah. And if He does it, then, then there's beauty behind. There's so much beauty behind it. So as you say, okay, grads, we want to gather together and this live. We want to live. We want to.
We want to honor him.
Yeah,
we want to volunteer and mentor.
Yeah.
Is really
Okay. And so so what Misty is wanting to do, she brought it. She brought it to me. She goes, I want a group of us to get together. So we've created this this sign up that will go straight to Misty, and she wants to like serve on Thanksgiving. She wants to go to different groups. And so, if you can adjust your Thanksgiving plans, if you can, or if you don't have plans, and instead of sitting at your apartment or in your room on your own with nothing to do, and maybe kind of like feeling sorry for yourself because you don't have anything,
Yes.
that's the plan of the enemy. But there are other people who need to be loved on, that need to be shown the love of Jesus. So
And I'm open to anyone's suggestions as well.
yeah.
If you hear about this and you're like, hey, I've been thinking about that too. Let's do this together. It's very pliable. I'm not trying to, like, whatever we want to do, however it turns out, let's just love people. Let's love like Jesus. Let's just go out and, just be the gospel,
Okay. Well, we're going to share the link on the website. On this link, where the link will be shared in the conversation here. So go to it, click on it, and then Misty, you also have a podcast that you do called
The Fixed Fight.
The Fixed Fight, and that can be found
On BGTV Studios on Thursday nights.
Yes.
At 5:30.
Yes.
Yes.
So you can hear more, and I know that she has a lot of different recovery places.
I do every angle I can.
Yes, she does. and so I know that she's in it to help as many people that need the love of Jesus, that are searching for recovery, searching for purpose, searching for
identity.
Yeah.
There's or resources or testimonies or the identity, meaning can you identify with our guests, and we go out, we talk to people that are still struggling.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be. I don't need you to do anything to listen to us. We're not. We just love you. And we just want you to know there's resources. Call us. We'll help you. There's so many sisters that have homes now that I can just pick the phone up, and I've got this deck of cards of places you can go, and so we will help you, and so I don't know, it's been amazing what God is. Just be empty, just tell him yes. Tell him yes.
Count me in, send me, I'll go. I'll go. And so here's a connection. Here's a way that you can say, okay, God, count me in. And see what the Lord does beyond that. I am a passionate believer. I said at the alumni, and I've said it so many times, my mom would bring people home, that she would have people, we never had an empty house where the Lord put somebody in her path. And this was when she was avoiding ministry. She was like, she was like, I didn't want to get my hands that dirty, but I get my hands a little dirty. And it took her to see the difference that she made in those lives.
Yes. That
she was able to say, okay, God, and she saw some messiness too.
Yeah.
She saw some betrayal, but the Lord used those moments and used those times to prepare her for this. And then seeing that as a kid, and then teenager, and then an adult, and then here we are. Then it prepared me for this. Yeah, prepared me for this, and so you've got to start somewhere. And so I think I love.
If you've got ministry in your heart.
Yeah,
this is the way to get started. This is all we did is say yes.
Yeah,
y'all said yes.
Yeah,
I'm just saying yes. That's all you're saying. God does everything.
Does he not?
It's by his Spirit.
Amen. So if you want to say yes, click on the link, fill out the form, and Misty will be in touch with you. This is a vision and a passion that was ignited within her, and it is so exhilarating, and it just makes you fall that much more in love with people and with God as you learn to serve. So if you hear him telling you today, who will go, I hope you will say, send me.
Yes.
I'll go. Thank you so much for logging on and being part. Thank you so much for agreeing to come and share. And I love your passion, and I love you just allowing the Lord to use you. Keep doing it.
Love you.
Keep doing it. I love you so much. Super proud of you. Thank y'all so much. We love you.